Yo, it's Mac from the Everyday Nobody's podcast. I know you see the title, so let's get straight to it. Diddy's going down. Not because of the Cassie video, not because of the freak-offs, not because of Tony Busby, not because of Jaguar Wright. When Diddy goes down, it'll be because of Vlad. Of course I'm joking, but I'm low-key serious too. Now, do I think Vlad is the feds or the police or all that other stuff that they try to put on him? No. But I will say, I have been watching a lot of his videos as of late, and it seems like anybody who's ever sniffed a Diddy fart, he's bringing them on the show to tell their story. He's asking about Diddy, he's asking about Cassie, he's asking about freak-offs. And although like some people, they're not saying much, some people are giving some wild statements. Now, I don't know how old everybody is that watches this, but there was a show that Diddy had called Making the Band. Day 26 was a group that was made from the 4th season of that show. I didn't even know Day 26 was still making music, or even a group. All of a sudden, they're on Vlad and other platforms. They're talking about their music. They're talking about, the new album that they're planning on rolling out. And of course, if you know Vlad's format, he's always going to ask you your history. So he's going to ask like where you grew up, all that stuff. And 1000%, he's going to ask, what was it like around Diddy? So first they run down how Diddy robbed them and pretty much any other band that he made. He asked Day 26 about the freak-offs, and they didn't really know much, but that didn't stop Vlad from getting a moment. At some point, they got to talking about Roger Bonds, who's Diddy's longtime security from back in the day. Roger Bonds is known for doing interviews with Vlad and other people also, like Art of Dialogue, I believe, has one. I think maybe even Cam Capone, but don't quote me on that. Roger would often detail the abuse between Diddy and Cassie because he was around for a lot of it. At some point, something happened with Roger's son, and he asked Diddy for help financially. Diddy wouldn't do it. And ever since then, Roger Bond been airing Diddy's business out. So at some point in the Day 26 interview, one of the guys would detail what he saw in Roger Bond's personal emails with Diddy. He was very vague in how he spoke, but he did speak to some of the devious things that Roger and Diddy were doing. Whatever he saw in that email, he described it as them sacrificing innocent people.
I was in the email, and I saw some things in a personal email that threw me off guard.
Like what?
I don't want to go into details right now, but it just threw me off guard. You know what I mean? To make me be like, you know what I mean? Like I understand you crying now and of the trauma that you've seen, but what about me, bro? Mm-hmm. Like what about the trauma you put me through when I read that email? Things felt very sacrificial.
Okay, explain.
I can't, I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy person too. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. But when you're under a power, man, it's just you. I can't go into details now, but sir, like I'll tell you, it felt like some sacrificial stuff was going on, man. Like it felt very scary and weird to where I ran to get help.
I don't know how literal he was by the word sacrifice, but whatever he saw, he ended up having to seek help behind it. Till this day, he has to take shots in his arm because of whatever emotional strain he went through that day. And as he's telling his story, he ends up bursting into tears, and then all of them ended up crying. He said whatever he saw in that email, it just proves that Roger was in on it too, and basically everybody who was around Diddy, they was in on all this. Like Diddy did not act alone. He actually felt kind of bad for Diddy because he was like, these people are speaking out against Diddy, but Diddy wasn't the only one being foul. I just want to know what was in them emails because for, 5 or 6 grown men that just burst out in tears like that, it was crazy.
I don't know why somebody that evil would.
She broke my glasses.
I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to a talented, passionate people.
Yeah.
Like, we talented, passionate people. I don't understand. No, it's okay, bro. I don't understand why someone would sit down and think about hurting someone. I don't know. Or laugh about it after they do it, Like, I don't get it. That's why I said none of them are innocent.
Then we get to the Chopper interview. Chopper was on season 3 of Making the Band, and it was more of the same. Diddy didn't pay nobody. He was robbing people. The same old story. Also, I didn't know Chopper was doing interviews, making music. I didn't know Chopper was even around. I haven't even heard from him since I was a kid when Making the Band came out. All of a sudden, he's on Vlad TV, spilling the beans. So as Vlad always does, he went through Chopper's history, he got his life story, and then he asked about the Diddy stuff. Chopper would basically say that he seen Diddy and Cassie both be abusive to each other, and he was at them freak-offs. This was shocking to me because I think this is the first time I'd heard anybody say that they were actually at the freak-offs and were engaging in the freak-offs. But that ain't all Chopper said. He said he's seen some wild stuff.
Are you being invited to the after parties and the freak offs and all that?
There's no such thing as an invite. You either there or you're not.
Okay.
It was not. You want to come with me? It wasn't. You want to come
like a
with
special card?
Yeah,
or nothing,
it's
none
just
of that.
you either there or you're not. So I seen things. I mean, I seen men on men, girl on girl.
Okay, hold on.
You know,
you're in the room.
He said he seen Diddy with one of the higher ups, like one of the biggest CEOs in the music industry. He said it's to the point where this person is so high up, he won't even say this person's name.
I definitely seen Diddy kiss a man. I walked into the room and seen Diddy kiss a man. A powerful man.
Okay. Can you say what that is?
That what I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone.
Because that person is still in the music industry and
Okay.
it's a big dog. And
All right, so if you were to say that name, I would know who that is right off top.
yes, you
Is
would.
this a
I'm just saying, I walked in the room and I seen Diddy kissing a powerful person who done a lot of things in the music industry since the late 80s.
So we still are in the dark. Vlad tried to guess a lot of times, but he's like, Vlad, you don't want to bark up that tree. I'm not saying nothing. So it's somebody very powerful. He basically saw them groping each other and tongue kissing. So basically Chopper signed to Diddy at this time. And, you know, he was basically on the shelf for 6 months. He said he had an album that he was trying to do. He had ideas. He had videos he wanted to shoot. Like, he had things in motion, and Diddy did not care. He would not pay him no attention. But once he caught him with that executive in that room, Diddy made it happen in 3 days. He got a Lil Wayne video and everything. So, like I said, whatever he saw, with whoever he saw, Diddy was willing to pay for his silence.
well, this
Not to
tongue-
cut you off, but how you think I got to shot the Lil Daddy video and the remix in the same day? The moment I seen that, you heard me, I've been pushing Diddy to shoot these videos about 6 months straight. Soon as I was in New York, I walked into the room and seen him kissing the man and then grabbing each other crotches. 3 days later, I'm shooting Lil Daddy video in New Orleans, 2 of them with Lil Wayne too.
Basically, up until now, Chopper just wouldn't tell a secret. So now we get to Ray J. Same thing. Vlad's running down all of Ray J's history. He talks about the beef that they had before. And then Vlad gets to the Diddy stuff. Ray J would say that what Diddy did to Cassie was foul. And he doesn't condone it. But he also said, hey, I don't know nothing about them freak-offs. He said, matter of fact, I would think I would be invited if there was a freak-off.
Again, all that shit is bullshit, bro. Like like even me and Amber was talking about. Amber, like my best friend, Amber Rose, and we doing a podcast together. We doing a bunch of shit together, right? We relate to the same thing, and we both was like, yo, if there was an actual freak off, we would have both been invited. We ain't never got invited to no shit like that. That shit ain't true.
Even though Ray J didn't say much, Vlad is going to keep digging and keep digging until he finds what he's looking for. Okay? Right now, he has Ray J on. He also has Stevie J on. If you know Stevie J, him and Diddy go way back also. So you know how it's going to start. It's going to be, what was your life story? What was your history? And then Diddy stuff. At some point, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more insanity that's coming from these freak-offs, because Vlad is going to leave no stone unturned. He's going to ask everybody. He's gonna find his middle school teacher. He's gonna find out what he's looking for with this Diddy case. I've seen him do it with Keefe D before, and I don't think it'll stop here. Don't get me wrong. Vlad wasn't necessarily trying to get Keefe D jammed up, but Vlad interviewed every cop from the Las Vegas PD to Greg Kading, Keefe D, gang members that were just from South Central. Vlad went to the fullest extent. So, do I think we'll find out about these freak-offs? Yes. I think we're going to find out pretty soon. And I think Vlad has such a large platform, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe a juror or two has watched these videos and then they hear some of the egregious details in these videos and maybe they judge Diddy off that, because we still don't know if Diddy did it. I think Diddy's probably going to do some time and Vlad is going to have something to do with it. But what do I know? I'm just an everyday nobody. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm out.